Welcome, my fellow warriors of love, to our 8-8 Lionsgate Portal. Who's ready to be activated? We're going to have so much fun together today. I hope the video is transmitting clearly and on time. Last time I tested this, it was kind of like delayed. So please let me know how's it going on your end. Scotty, nice to see you here. Mahalo. Beautiful brother, thanks for being here. Sammy, I see you here. So I'm using StreamYard as opposed to Zoom, and I'm also going live on IG. So please comment below letting me know, where are you tuning in from? What's your big, if you can have anything happen during this call or after this call, what would that number one thing be? Is it more on a financial level, life purpose level, planetary level, soul level, health level? Let me know. What is your number one area? I always joke and say I'm half Aladdin, half genie. All right, Laura, welcome to the call. Dawn, nice to have you here. Stand up and shine. Josie, greetings. All right, what are we gonna do? Who here has never heard of me? If you just never heard of me before, just write never. That way I could spend less time talking about myself and more about what we're doing here. But while we're doing that, I assure you, my guarantee for you for spending your time today, today's currency is attention, as I get distracted by this beautiful bird. Shuang, thanks for being here. Diamond Healing, thanks for being here. Michigan, beautiful. Yeah, just type in, what's one area that you, out of all the areas you can get support with, what's one thing, one area you're trying to get out of this? I don't know why this video says testing only. I'm just please ignore that. Would like things to be a little easier instead of like an Ironman marathon. Wow, definitely. So guys, 1, 2, 3, and we'll say, and so it is. Ready? 1, 2, 3, and so it is. All right, Shea. Nice to have you with us. Is this showing? Okay, now it's frozen on Don's comment. Life, Bianca, life purpose, beautiful. Okay, Bianca would like her life purpose alignment. 1, 2, 3, and so it is. Beautiful. All right, let's get into my guarantee for you today is that you will leave this call more activated, more inspired, more motivated, more remembered than you are right now. That's my guarantee. That the parts you've forgotten, the lies you've bought into, that we remember the truth of who we are. Okay, just gonna close some things here so that it speeds up. Let's see if that's better. Can you guys still hear me? Fine. Thank you, StreamYard. StreamYard's like, get closer to the router. The router is literally right next to the laptop. Oh, bummer, guys. We just switched. Okay, we just switched to StreamYard because it shows us that we can reach more people. But on Zoom, I might go back to Zoom. It's wavy, huh, Scotty? All right, let's do the best that we got. I'd like to speed up my upcoming house move. 1, 2, 3, and so it is, Floral. Okay, good. So even if the video goes off, stay with me. And so what are we going to do today, guys? I'm going to share some rap songs that have infinity healing activations. I'm going to share a poem that might make you guys cry. I'm going to share some inspiration and motivation, little snippets of my story, how I got here to helping thousands of people worldwide align with their mission, their purpose, and thrive from their gifts and abilities, making thousands of dollars from their life purpose. So I've been doing that for 15 years straight, and I will continue to do that. That is something that really lights me up. So what you'll be getting out of this is powerful insights, We have great questions, coaching questions to get you thinking in that direction of purpose and abundance. The themes of today are initiations. What are some of the initiations life has shared with you already? And really understanding how these initiations are there to activate us, and what are all the different kinds of initiations that life has for us. And the themes also are about Leo energy. Happy birthday to all the Leos out there, or anyone who has strong Leo placements. I got Leo rising in my Vedic chart, and a lot of my close friends are Leos. So shout outs to all the Leos. We're going to talk about being seen, fear of being seen, why we're hiding in some areas. And we're going to talk about these Earth vortexes. Scotty, I think you may be in Hawaii or spent time in Hawaii. We're going to go over the whole planet's grid. These are ancient ley lines where powerful intersections happen, which creates a portal or a vortex, which has been sabotaged and taken over by darker forces. And we're going to do a powerful reconnecting this powerful divine Earth grid so that we're able to anchor in what is best for our planet, so we can be liberated from energies that keep us stuck in survival, keep us in fear. And as I say that, I feel rumbling in my stomach areas. That's a good thing. I'm out of my comfort zone. It's good. We're also going to do a big planetary blessing, especially for what's happening in Palestine, Israel, different parts of the world. As the world, dark forces are headed towards global domination and full enslavement of humanity and full tech takeover and just all these things. How can we remedy that with the power of our consciousness and remembering who we are? So thank you all for wanting to be here. You guys have shown a huge interest in wanting to do this together. And there's been several things kind of getting in the way, trying to stop this from happening. So including video just not showing up. We never had this before when we were testing it, but nothing is going to stop us, like that really good song from the 80s. Nothing's going to stop us now. Who knows that song? I remember once I woke up and that was the song I was playing. My consciousness wanted me to remember that song. So I went, listened to the words, and I was like, wow, this is from the 80s, and it was so powerful and still very relevant. Another amazing, powerful 80s song is You're the Voice. If you guys don't know that one, definitely check that one out because it's timeless. Okay, you are in Hawaii. Beautiful. Hawaii. I can see you, but video dragging. Yeah, even better, guys. It's not about me. It's about you, and I am the message. I'm sharing a message that's beyond me. So it's whether you see me or not, it's all good. So we're going to be doing activations for being bold, getting ourselves out there, expressing our divine creativity, aligned leadership, heart-centered empowerment. We're going to go over the workbook. If you guys haven't gotten it, go to tartbeauty.com/88. And you'll receive this powerful life purpose abundance workbook we put together for you guys. And we'll do a closing ceremony at the end, open it up. So let's get it started with a Leo anthem song. God, I feel like I hope this works right now. So let's try sharing screen. Allow. Studio. Okay. Can you guys hear what I'm about to share? I think this is why I exited from StreamYard, because it wasn't easy to work out. Tell me if you guys can hear this song that I'm about to play. Please let me know in the comments if you were able to hear that song. Oh, okay. Yes. Just one more confirmation, please. And yes. Okay, awesome. So I'll share this video. Can we also, yeah, there's no Zoom for this call. It's either StreamYard or Zoom. So for this one, it's only StreamYard, which means you can only see me either on YouTube or Facebook. Okay. Okay, you guys can hear. Great. So I'll intro this song. So this is a song I did with my two fellow Leo friends, Nico and Kareen. And in the song is a powerful Leo activation, similar to the activations we'll do today, but in song form. It's there as a silent activation. So while you're listening to the song, feel free to move, get up, jump around, get the energy going and flowing, or just lay down and receive its transmissions. Here we go. Laurel's saying I sound like I'm in a box. Is everyone else hearing me like I sound like I'm in a box? Let's go. Enjoy, guys.
To see you later. I'm a creative generator, motivator, inspirator. I'm an elevator, take you to your highest destination. I can never be duplicated, label most hated. I'm an inspiring byron, heart of a lion. I risk it all. I got 9 lives, killing them with kindness. Shh, quiet. Haters get behind us. You could call me highness. Mistake my kindness for weakness. Law of attraction, magic like a secret. They say I couldn't be it, but they just couldn't see it. Could have been deleted every challenge I completed. I am your never stay resentful. Basic is essential. Stretching your potential. Even if they said no, I will be successful. I am influential, and this is what I'm meant for.
I am the lighthouse for all the lost souls. Die in their way back home. I am the lighthouse for all the lost souls. Die in their way back home.
Mission is to heal, to lead us in our networks, keeping it real. If you know your stars, then you know who we are. Not only guiding lights, but alchemists of the art. We love hard, but so naive. Always trying to see the best in humanity is to be deceived, but so relieved when we're free to be our true selves unapologetically and let it be. So look out energetically. Let me break this down alphabetically. L is for the love that we be. E is for the empathy. O is for the optimistic view we have on everything. Big egos, but even bigger hearts, cause we came to play a big part and heal deep scars, true stars with nothing to hide. Ride in the natural high with the right pride.
I am the lighthouse for all the lost souls. Die in their way back home. I am the lighthouse for all the lost souls. Die in their way back home. Fueling the fire in every soul. We roll with pride, unite with light. Playful heart, no need to fight. Cosmic wild child, always find that zest for life. Passion flows through our veins. See the souls go against the grain. Venturing through the limelight, keeping it real and doing what is right. Every challenge we stand tall, courageous hearts we give our all. A loyalty that's fiercely true, ultimately here to inspire you. I am the lighthouse for all the lost souls. Die in their way back home. I am the lighthouse for all the lost souls. Die in their way back home.
We fought so hard to get that fire scene in there. If you notice, the fire scene, the quality's not that great. It was such a mission. It was the day before I was flying to Costa Rica. And shout outs to the video director, videographer, and editor. And they were like, no, the fire is not going to work, blah, blah, blah. And yeah, it was 3 fire signs and a videographer all trying to lead in their own way. But we made it happen. So yeah, just read that in. Know that that's on all streaming platforms under Indigo Prophet, my rap name. Reach limit of copyrighted music in live video. It's my music. Instagram, come on. How do I prove to you that I'm playing my own music? Okay, great. Oh God, really? You guys are hearing an echo, huh? Okay. Are you guys all hearing an echo? Please write yes or no. So under all stream. So I'm confused. You are hearing an echo. Okay, thanks for letting me know. I'll try on these earphones. Hopefully it changes things. See if this makes a difference. Can you guys hear me? Can you hear me? Hey, Lisa, welcome to the call. It's mild. Sorry, what are we saying yes to now? Just pause for a second. Is this better right now, yes or no? No echo, awesome, beautiful. No echo, awesome. Let's get into it, guys. So if you don't have well, first thing I want to say, one of the quotes. Online, it's so trippy because people are saying it's Mandela, but it's not Mandela. They're saying it's, what's her name? Marianne Williamson. And then it's like the famous Mandela quote that Mandela never said. And then it got me thinking about the Mandela effect, which I'm not going to get into right now. But if you guys know what Mandela effect is, just type in Mandela in the comments so I can know. Okay. Sorry, guys, if I'm going to continue this way if you're not able to do it. Sorry. So our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. We ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented, fabulous? Actually, who are you not to be? Yeah, it's probably Marianne Williamson if she has the word fabulous. For some reason, I can't imagine Mandela saying, who are you not to be fabulous? Actually, who are you not to be? You are the child of God. Your playing small does not serve the world. There's nothing enlightened about shrinking so that other people won't feel insecure around you. We're all meant to shine as children do. We were born to make manifest the glory of God that is within us. It's not just in some of us, it's in every one of us. And as we let our own light shine, we unconsciously give other people permission to do the same. As we are liberated from our own fear, our presence automatically liberates others. Who here wants to be one of those people who helps others get liberated from holding back from who they're here to be and what they're desiring to do? Hey, Stella Grant, fellow Leo, happy Leo season from Liverpool. Okay, beautiful. So initiation, I want you guys to tune in and start thinking of the initiations that that you have gone through or life has presented to you. And I'll share some examples that we might take for granted. Motherhood, giving birth, one of the biggest initiations. Being a father, huge initiation. Going into spiritual retreats, Vipassana, huge meditation initiation. Plant medicine ceremonies, huge initiations. Traveling, huge initiations. Marriage, children, facing your fears, right? Like life purpose, getting your gifts out there, huge initiation. It's all in your hero's journey, you know? All of these things, forgiveness, huge initiation. Integrating shadow, huge initiation. So as a younger, intense Aries kid, getting into fights, even though I fought bullies who were bullying other people, those were huge initiations. That's like, wow, the whole school is watching. And what did I get myself into? This guy's a bulldog compared to me. and it's like just that raw survival, primal, you know, getting punched. Like some people go through their whole lives never experiencing getting into a fight. I'd also say in school, challenging authority, huge initiation. Like I've gotten arrested at least twice from what I can remember and got myself out of there, you know, just like Jedi mind tricking the policeman. But like huge initiation to like challenge authority and get out of it. I won't get into the story now, but it's kind of crazy because the SWAT team was called on us. We were at the rooftop of this building that I lived in Toronto. And I was a younger kid, and we were like, yeah, this like, it's not a toy gun. It's a pellet gun. And we did it very strategically. There was a clay, you know, there's like this big thing and the target, and we're aiming at it. But what we didn't know is the neighbors, the building opposite saw us, freaked out. This is like after 9/11. I'm freaking Palestinian Lebanese, and he's Iranian. So not the best time to do that. And we had no clue. We're like, oh, cool, let's go down. And as we're going down, the SWAT team has their guns pointing at us. And we got handcuffed, put into the prison bar. But like, and then not only talked myself out of getting arrested, but also talked the cop to give my friend, he's like, we're definitely confiscating this pellet gun. And then my younger Iranian friend, who lost his father, I don't know, left the family when he was really young, or like younger. He was like, Tariq, that's the last thing my dad gave me before he walked out on us or before he left us. I was like, oh. So I was like, hey, I know this is messed up. You 100% don't expect you to say yeah, but I just felt I needed to ask, is there any way we can get the gun back? We promise we'll never use it again. But it's my friend's, the last thing my friend gave is the last thing my friend's dad gave him before he left when he was young. So we're able to get the gun back to my friend. But initiations, tell me in the comments, what is one of your biggest initiations? Like, I remember swearing off God when I was having an awakening at 25. And I remember saying, I don't believe in you, God. Like, I might have even said, F you, God, I don't believe in you. Because at that time, I believed everything was backwards. Like what we're told is God is, you know, not God. And I mean, we all know there's one essence to this divine consciousness, right? But just the word God and how like religion has been infiltrated, or, you know, the being God even has been like infiltrated. So I'm not saying I'm anti-God. And if you guys, you know, that's a delicate thing, please hear me out. But I was just liberating myself from false beliefs and false gods, really. And that night I was surrounded by demons and entities that whole night. It's almost like in the movies when they say, oh, excellent, you know, like it's a fight for human souls. That's really what I experienced. And I'm surprised because if these entities have been like attacking, who here feels like entities have been attacking them since they were young, through nightmares? And so they do it through nightmares, they do it through using the matrix and soul recycling traps and all these traps that we've agreed to a whole bunch of intense experiences, but we don't need to go through it the hard way. So many traps, guys. I can't wait to share that with you. There you go. I mean, Lindsay's saying till now they're still attacking her. Nino's Corner show all these same stories. I don't know what Nino's Corner is, Laura. Kiana, thanks for being here. Okay. I was just counting the 2025. I was like, does it add up to 8? Adds up to 9. So what are your biggest initiations? Feel free to share one. Silent retreat, 1 month, age 51, and hitchhike to martial arts camp, age 21. There you go. What other initiations? Lindsay, you're mother to human and Cats, that's a huge initiation. So I'll share the one that changed my life purpose and the one that changed my financial, just in the topic of initiations, and then we'll get into some activations. Is that okay? So Laurel says initiated into Ascended Master's disciple. Great. I have no clue what that is. I'm very skeptical of anything labeled Ascended Masters and anything that sounds New Agey, which we'll talk about on the next event about how the New Age is a major deception. But I hear you, Laurel. Congratulations. Thanks for sharing. So being seen. So many of us have this like wound that, you know, in a past life, potentially we were in our full power, we were sharing our gifts and something bad happened. I call it the witch hunt wound. For the last 15 years, every time we try to clear what's in the way of people getting themselves out there, there's this past life trauma of being hunted down or betrayed by our tribe or, you know, been labeled witches. And so in this life, when you go to share your gifts and abilities, it's like all these things come up. And I remember when I first started doing groups and hypnosis, I would bring groups together and I was just like pouring sweat. I was just like, my body would shake. And it's like slowly, I had to desensitize my system to show it that, look, I'm getting my gifts out there and nothing bad's happening. And that it's safe to do that. So I did it the long, hard way. The easiest way is to get do an infinity healing, get a healer or whatever healing modalities you have and like really alchemize, let go of as much as you can of the stored trauma. Because think about it, if you were burnt or hung or drowned, that trauma is stored in your body. Christy, it was embracing my healing gifts and embracing them. That was my biggest initiation, is embracing your healing gifts. Beautiful. Amazing. So there are all these telesummits, and the one that was one of the biggest ones and still is called From Heartache to Joy. Now it's called Life Reawakened. It's with my soul sister, Iram Saeed. And I was like, how do I get onto the summit? And I was a little discouraged because one of them responded to me and said, you know, I needed 20,000 newsletter subscribers. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna hit up every single health expo, yoga expo, spiritual expo, get a email list, sign up. And like, I just had that mindset of whatever it takes to make it, you know? And I would do that, and the numbers it took forever. And so I just used the video that on my old YouTube platform had like 1 million views or something ridiculous. Maybe not 1 million. Sorry, there's a sleep hypnosis audio that has over 1 million views, but this one had like 200,000 views. It's called Manifest Anything Now. We have it on our new YouTube platform. So if you type in Tariq BB, Manifest Anything Now, we'll do the manifestation process at the end of this event. Long story short, I listened to it. I imagined myself on this summit. I go to I go to an expo, like a yoga expo. I see my first client, one of my first clients when I used to do group past life regressions. And she's a psychic, and I see her there, and she's like, here's Iram's number. You need to call her to get onto her telesummit. So how did she know I wanted to get on the summit? How did she get her phone number? Till this day, I bumped into her last year out of nowhere. And like, how did you get her phone number? Like, Iram doesn't give away her phone number. The best thing she'll do is share her like support email address. Anyways, I call up Iram and we both find out that we're both like soul fam. And I get onto her summit. I think I paid like 10,000 to take her training and like how to be a good speaker, and got on. And by that time I created the Infinity Healing, and we had like 20 people signing up for the Infinity Healing course. And Iram did like a quick one-on-one with me and manifested like a dream car and a dream home after years of trying to do that because her ex messed up her credit. And so it just exploded. Not only did I get onto the summit and launch, and like I think I made 20K from my first launch, so 10K paid off what I invested in. I pocketed 10 or something like that. I can't remember. But I'm just sharing that story of initiation and like when you commit to something, how synchronicities start working in your favor. So we don't need to know the how. We just need to be bold enough to put out there what we want. And how you can do that is with the manifest video. You can do that by journaling. I have this like special journal that I was gifted, and Tara, I think if you're listening, you gifted it to me. I have the special pen, and then so what I do with this specific journal is writing, I am so happy and grateful. And then choose like, oh, there it is. The special, is it amethyst? The amethyst pen. So it's got little amethyst crystals. I'm like, I need to find out who makes these and start selling them to you guys. Because then I can just infuse the crystals with an infinity healing that whatever you write manifests. That's what I did for this. Side note. And then you just write, I'm so happy and grateful that I am, reaching thousands of people with my gifts, feeling fulfilled from my gifts, that I'm generating, I'm financially free, I'm living with my soul tribe, etc. So you're right. That's another way of manifesting. So I'm more of a feeler. But try all the different ways, and yeah, just everything exploded after that. A lot of the people in that summit just labeled infinity healing one of the most powerful modalities. And what I teach my students is a lot of people are afraid. Like when people take my infinity healing course, in order to graduate, I'm like, send me a video of your experience with the course. And they're like, does it have to be video? Can I just like write it out? I'm like, hey, part of the initiation of you taking this training is you're going to put yourself out there. They're like, where is this going to go? Is this going to be seen? And I'm like, yeah, I'm only going to post it on all social media. So it's like facing that fear of judgment, facing that fear of being seen, feeling like an imposter, whatever it is. Facing the unsafety. It's not safe to be seen. Scotty says, me and my daughter are known as the cosmic comedians. We have taken a few live ground and poundings, and we're still standing stronger than ever. I love that, Scotty. Beautiful. Okay. So yeah, put yourself out there. Like, so the formula that I've realized is a life hack is feel the fear and still take action. That's the only difference between people who succeed and people. One of the biggest differences is people who are stuck feel afraid and they say, oh, I can't do it because I'm afraid. I'm like, yeah. Sometimes I'll work with my clients and I'm like, that's cute. That's a really great excuse. So when are we going to do this? It's like, whatever the excuse is, really, whatever the excuse is. Oh, I'm afraid of failing. Well, I've been failing since like kindergarten, like literally. Like if you guys don't know my story, I've been getting the lowest grades in every class I was in. I've been feeling and being told I was a failure since I was a kid. Dropped out of college. Got fired from all the crappy, shitty jobs you can imagine, like super basic, shitty, crappy jobs. McDonald's didn't even accept my application. And so to go from that, so why do I do all of this? Like, why am I so inspired to help people generate income, hit 10K, 20K, 100K, whatever per month, whatever their goal is from their gifts? Because of this big trauma I've had, this big hero's journey, this lifelong initiation of believing in myself, which I transfer to you. I want you to believe in yourself more. Not value myself, which I transfer to you to value yourself, charge your worth, clear your receptivity blocks, claim your brilliance, right? Like, claim your brilliance, guys. I started this whole event by sharing a rap song that I did, and now we're going to do healings. Like, how many healing rap mentors are out there, right? So like whatever's your unique brilliance, share it. It's okay to go, this is how I do it, and I do it differently, and I've got tattoos, and I've got an edge to me, and I'm into rap, and I'm into metal, and and I challenge every audience. Like, I challenge people. I'm not riding the new age wave to get more subscribers. I'm in fact saying truthful things on social media that's getting me blocked, and I go on platforms where there's like a huge. I've been kicked out of several telesummits because I tell people stop being addicted to healing. Like, what are you not doing? What, you're just going on a hamster wheel over and over again. And I've got kicked out from this other new AG platform because I spoke the truth, and people don't want to hear the truth. So the truth is very unpopular for the people who don't want to hear. So feel the fear and still take action is all I'm trying to say. Is that's a huge distinction. You know, being afraid, this is the phrase that I come up with: the bigger the resistance, the bigger the transformation waiting for you on the other side of that. So in life, tune in right now. What are some of the things that you're like, I'm afraid to do this, I'm resisting doing this? What are the things right now you're resisting or afraid of doing? And just put that in the comments or write it out. So why do I do this? Because I know what it feels like to feel like a failure over and over again. I know what it feels like to feel like a disappointment. I know what it feels like to not have anyone believe in you. I know what it feels like to be called a failure, feel like a loser. I know what it feels like to feel invisible, and I know what it feels like to be heartbroken, and I know what it feels like to be in your own darkness where you've lost your why and you feel there's no purpose in what you do. I know what it feels like to get fired from all these jobs. I know what it feels like to be like, why the fuck am I on this planet? You know, I know what it feels like to be completely alone, to the point that if something happened, like, I'm like, will anyone know? Yeah. And so when I have the opportunity, when I'm working with someone, there's like 25, 30 years of like having these feelings where I felt and I was told I'll never amount to anything. So that all gets alchemized, and it's like just like a huge burst of potentiality and activation and inspiration. And like I've had and have clients who didn't get the results, which is definitely a small percentage. And I'm just, whether they finish their payments or not, I'm like, this is how I know I'm so driven to help people get the results they want, because whether their months, their containers over or not, I'm still hopping on calls being like, we've got to figure out why this is not working. Okay, let's spend an hour next time. Let's add like a hypnosis session. Let's, you know, during my own meditation prayer time, I'll add more for them to clear what's in the way. So that's why I do what I do. Okay, let's get into so I'm going to get into the earth grids. We're going to do a powerful journey activation for the earth grids. I'm going to share my screen. Let me know if you guys can see what I'm sharing. Yeah, Josie, I hear you. Josie was saying I've been sharing on social media and still no clients. So my biggest hack for that, you want to do the social media is a long game. Like, you spend years and years gathering. I mean, I would just go on ChatGPT and say, how can I have 1 million genuine followers online? And then how do I monetize them? If you guys aren't using ChatGPT for things like this, definitely start doing that. I highly recommend doing that. What's the game plan? What to post every day with the hashtags? Like, and type this in. Type in on ChatGPT. It's free. You are a social media expert. My clients are spiritual women healers and men healers, or whatever your audience is. I would like to, what's your goal? I would like to reach 1 million, soul tribe, or like, I don't know if it gets what soul tribe is, but say like my authentic audience, or like ideal clients. What are my step to step? What do I do step by step to make that happen? Hey, what's up, Soul Sis? Zena De Santos from Mexico, right? Is that the MX? Good to have you here. Beautiful. Okay, so and Josie, I'll also put a link in here. So I offer these 15-minute breakthroughs. Happy to share some information. I think it's targetbb.com/breakthrough. Love from Mexico. Muchas gracias, hermana. Happy to have you here. Okay, so I'll share my screen. Let's look at this Earth grid situation and let's do some activations. Sorry, Instagram fam, IG fam, if you're not on my YouTube channel, just type in TarkBB if you want to see what we're sharing here, or go to YouTube and type in TarkBB, or Facebook and type in TarkBB. So this is the Earth's grid. Can you guys see it? Just put in a yes if you can see it. Okay, great. So just wanted to say about the clients, is it's less about, for me, my method is literally reaching out to people. Like I'll literally see comments here, and if I, like literally, Josie, just email us at support@tarkbb.com. So I'm actually teaching you what I would do. I'm doing this free event. Someone's showing interest. How can I immediately hop on a call with them to see how I can support them and answer their questions and all of that? So let me walk my talk and put in this link here. So here's the link for you guys to hop on and do a free 15-minute breakthrough session with me. There's no expectations. So there you go. It's also tarkbb.com/breakthrough. Let me know if you guys can see that. And now I will share my screen. I'll get into that next time or later on. So here we go. Okay, planetary grid. So here we go. So you notice how there's all these, so these are lines, right? These are the ley lines. And basically interesting how Pakistan right now, major war happening. So this is what I'm going to get into. Afghanistan had a huge, bullshit war, and nothing to do with Bin Laden. Kazakhstan, right? China has, so obviously the powerful ones these are the most powerful ones because they have like so many intersections. The one in Pakistan, there's one here in Algeria. There's one here in Eswatini, Africa. There's one very close to Australia. It's so interesting because I felt a lot of, what do you call it? Not Atlantis, Lemurian vibes. Okay, so I felt very strong Lemurian vibes in Australia. And I also studied how the indigenous people in Australia look like, and to me they resembled Sri Lankan people, which is right here, Sri Lanka. And the guy who came up with the word Lemuria, that's like I don't know if it's a French guy or a British guy, but it's not the original name of Lemuria. But he said there had to be a continent right here where this triangle is, which unites Australia with Madagascar. And they came up with the name Lemuria from, is it Lemur, the animal in Madagascar? So they found it in like, I don't know the exact details, but they're like, it's in Madagascar. And so they found it in India, I guess. And they were like, there had to be a place connecting these because how else is this animal in these both places? Something like that, which to me, my own like intuitive theory was Australians remind me of indigenous Sri Lankan people. And there's a whole mystery with the Tamil people that they're trying to genocide the Tamil people, like they are trying to genocide my people, Palestinians. And how that, so that there was there was land here. That's why it was easy for them to go from Australia to Sri Lanka. Anyways, so interesting. There's a big one here close to Australia, big one here close to New Zealand, which I also felt strong vibes there. And then you've got one here in Cambodia, which south of Cambodia. So it's interesting. A lot of these places have had wars in the past. Look, surprise, surprise, north of Ukraine, right there. Surprise, surprise. See that word, Israel? It's also, it should be called occupied Palestine. Israel is an illegal state. I don't recognize it. This is Palestine. This is where my granddad was born. Yeah, there should be a place here called Jaffa. That's where he was born. So interesting, right? These ley lines, how they're like super close to these areas where there's constant war. So that's why these dark forces like to make like this. Look, think about it. If you were like a world leader, you can have any country you want. Why is it that this tiny? Look how tiny it is. This is the whole planet, right? Look, supposedly, it's the whole planet. Why do you care so much about this tiny, tiny, tiny? I lost where it is. This tiny piece of land right here. So tiny. Right there. So tiny. So small. And it's because they know about these vortexes, and they say there's a very powerful vortex. I'm not sure why this one's not showing it in Palestine or occupied Palestine, aka Israel. But maybe it's this line here. You see how this line goes through Israel? Right there. So that's why if you look at the history of this land, Romans conquered it, Ottoman Empire conquered it, Greeks conquered it, ancient Egyptians conquered it. It's just like constant death, and all of that is like energy affecting this grid. That some vortexes are so powerful they affect the whole globe. And the one I heard about, this one, I don't know why it's not showing. Like in my mind, I thought it would have all the intersections right there. But they say as long as they continue to put this war energy, and now think of the energy that's going in there. It's like starvation, famine, we're all going to die, hopelessness, helplessness. Like if you guys are feeling that, the theory is that this vortex here is so powerful that whatever happens here affects the rest of the planet. And I believe these dark forces know about these ley lines. And the ancient beings that came onto planet Earth, they knew exactly what these things were. Another cool thing to research is where are all the pyramids on the Earth. And you'll see that there are connections, like on these ley lines, there's pyramids all over the world. So I think that's all I wanted to say for now. Yeah, interesting. The universe took me to Brazil, but it's like over here. And Peru, right there. Check it out. This one has a bunch of intersections. So that's we're gonna go over it when we do our activations. So this is what a lot of people do: sacred pilgrimages to Peru. And then you've got one right there next to Florida. I felt that in Florida. I think this is where the Bermuda Triangle might be, which is a Merkaba, like someone opened up a Merkaba, a bunch of beings supposedly opened it up and didn't close it. So now when planes go through, they could disappear and go to other dimensions. And then you've got one here in Canada. You've got one in the States. Okay. I think I spent way too much time. Okay, here we go. Stargates are dual spiral pairs of electromagnetic fields that naturally exist inside planets and suns. The stargate pairs are configured in gender principle with white hole and black hole pairing that intersect in their electromagnetic spiral in the direct center point where there's a crystal key or seal. The crystal key in the center holds the fire letters, key codes, and intelligence for that dimensional spectrum and is what activates the electromagnetic spin in the stargate or portal system. When the Stargate pairs activate, the crystal transmits dimensional intelligence and genetic codes, and the white hole and black hole merge together to form an interdimensional counter-rotating field, which opens into a passage doorway. This center point would be comparable to the inner still point existing inside the human light body. In the Stargate system, the white hole and black hole merge into a counter-rotational spinning field where its center becomes a still point or form constant that is generating the trans-time portal. Stargates are the natural mechanics of how the planetary grid steps down the solar plasma intelligence, higher frequency energies, and electromagnetic wave spectrums transmitting from the source field into the sun, which is then directed throughout the many stargates. The stargates transmit an energetic spectrum of frequencies moving from the higher to lower dimensions in order to reach the matter fields and circulate them throughout the planetary grid network. Stargates create spirals of these energies, which are designed on a frequency scale. All right. So let's get into it, guys. Any questions so far? Oh, I'm glad you're finding this interesting, Rosemary. I can see clearly now the rain has gone. Definitely, Kiana, replay will be available on YouTube. You just go to the live section. Happy Lionsgate, Andre, my soul bro. Nice to have you here. Mars, good to have you here. Yeah, interesting. More Mexico connections. So let's get into it, guys. I invite you to lay down or sit comfortably. Take a sip of whatever you may be drinking. Interesting. Scotty just said we just wrapped up our 6-day deep immersion with the Stargate experience this morning. We rocked it. You facilitated it, Scotty? It's amazing. I really didn't feel like I chose this. I feel like I'm just trusting the divine flow. Okay. So I invite you guys to close your eyes, take a deep breath, and exhale. Beautiful. And I invite you to imagine yourself at your favorite happy place where you feel relaxed. And starting now, we're activating the infinity healing, which is source, God, universal energy, connecting to you intentionally. Would you like that? And imagine that from your feet, deep roots growing into Mother Earth, far and wide, deep and wide, like an ancient old tree, deep, thick roots. Oh, Christy, you live close to the one in Canada. That's awesome. You can feel it when things are moving. Wow. Amazing. And imagine that your energy is now being filled with source, God, universal energy, spreading your consciousness into your physical body, emotional body, activating our light body, activating our energy field, spreading into the room we're in, all past, future, parallel lives, remembering all aspects of ourselves, taking all our power back, all our freedom, sovereignty on all levels, reclaimed. Letting this energy spread into our home. Let it spread into the city we're in. Let it spread into the country that we're in. Let it spread into the planet, the universe, beyond the dimensions. Remembering our infinite selves and relaxing our mind, and with each count allowing our mind to relax 1,000 times more. Please don't do this if you're driving. 5, going 1,000 times deeper and deeper. 4, 3, 2, 1. And we're asking all the energies and all the beings that are for our highest good to be present and to do all that they know to do that is for our highest good and the highest good of all beings everywhere. Would you like that? Do you give them permission to do everything they know to do that is for every being's highest good? To do all they know to do for every energy, every being on the planet, every dimension, all the portals, all the stargates, all the technologies, reclaiming our divine blueprint, reclaiming our divine birthright, reclaiming this original blueprint on Earth, and anchoring ourselves into the ultimate timelines that are for our highest good. And bringing forth and magnetizing all the best information, the blueprints, the codes, the insights. And just imagine this grid forming around our planet. This grid of truth, this grid of infinite consciousness, divine consciousness, this grid of love, this grid of liberation, this grid that can transmit the highest truth. Bringing all these grids back into their ultimate divine blueprint permanently in all space-time dimensions, now and forever. The Stargate around the Atlantic Ocean off Sierra Leone, Africa. Atlantic west of Conakry, Guinea, West Africa, Northeast Brazil, Algerian border, Bermuda Triangle, Machu Picchu, Peru, Spain, Kazakhstan, Sardinia, Italy, Kashmir, Tibet, East Iran, Xi'an, I don't know how to pronounce it, China, Adari, Ireland. Stonehenge, England. Seattle, Washington, US. Manhattan Island, US. Bali. Uluru, Australia. Phoenix, Arizona. Atlantic Ocean, southwest of Bermuda. Antarctica. Baghdad, Iraq. Newgrange, Ireland. Cornwall, UK. Malibu, California. Belize City in Belize. Goa in India. Staten Island, New York City. Tuscany, Fiji. Andaman Sea. Auckland City, New Zealand. Lake Superior, Canada. Hatshepsut Temple, Egypt. Epsom Downs, Surrey, UK. Cork, Ireland. Would you like an infinity healing to bring all of that brought back into its full divine blueprint? Alchemizing, transmuting anything that's happening there that is not for the highest good, cleansing, purifying, and anchoring in what is best, how it's best, when it's best, if it's best. Stargate Sedona, Arizona. Innergate Cyprus. Stargate in the Temple Mount. Temple Mount. Okay, that's the one. Temple Mount, Jerusalem. To connect and repair the DNA and genetic time codes for that tribal identity and spreading it to the rest of the planet. Stargate Sarasota, Florida. Florida. Innergate Easter Island. Stargate Bermuda Triangle. Innergate Johannesburg, South Africa. Stargate Giza, Egypt. Innergate Central Mexico. And think about it, guys. We are actually creating a grid right now wherever we are. We are a pillar of light anchored into the moment of where we are. Stargate Machu Picchu. Innergate Vatican City. Stargate Caucasus Mountains at Russia and Georgia border. Innergate Thar Desert in India and Pakistani border. Lake Titicaca. Innergate Ionian Islands, city of Gaios. Lop Nur, border of Tibet and China. Westbury, England. Abadan, Iran. Basra, Iraq. Valley of Puce. Amesbury, Wiltshire, UK. Innergate, Ireland, Irish Sea. St. Ives Bay, Cornwall, UK. Southern France, Montsegur. Innergate, Kauai. Transmuting any and all less than love technologies. Sending all less than love energies back into their dimensional home. Closing any and all portals that are best, how it's best, if it's best, when it's best. Permanently sealing these portals, only allowing that what is best to come through. And any portals that have been open consciously, unconsciously, that are best to be closed, send the beings back and then closing them. This includes any openings in our energy fields, in our auric fields. Beautiful. In case I missed any of these, Mount Shasta, Glastonbury, Great Pyramids of Giza, Himalayas, Mayan ruins, Tulum, Mexico, Stonehenge, Crater Lake, Oregon, Denali National Park, Alaska, Garden of the Gods, Colorado, Lake Louise, Alberta, Mount Mitchell, North Carolina, Ojai, California, Oregon Vortex, Oregon, the Petroglyph Park in British Columbia. So allowing us to connect to these vortexes, how it's best, if it's best, when it's best, for profound spiritual activations, for physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual healing, or remembering, or activations, for regaining our spiritual clarity and understanding, for increasing our psychic abilities, for filling our body with this divine energy, for shifting our consciousness to its highest levels, for altering our perceptions to divine truth, for allowing our default way of being to include euphoria and bliss, to increase our level of inspiration and motivation and creative expression, and to strengthen our connection with our highest self, deepest self, infinite self, and all the spiritual, genuine spiritual allies that we have available. Take a deep breath. Beautiful. And whenever you're ready, bring yourself back into this moment and let us know how you feel. Scotty, so awesome of you to do this, my man. I knew I added the my man. I knew I was called here to serve somehow. Some way, thank you. Dream Team community for your passionate service. Mahalo, brother. Thank you. Yeah, to be honest, there was a post about Lionsgate, and this guy was basically saying how like everyone's going to use it to manifest their own, selfish gain, selfish needs. And he was like, don't forget about people starving in Palestine. Don't forget about the genocide. I don't know what to do with this. I don't put it in. And feel free to include in your manifestation benefiting the whole planet. So a big percentage of everything I generate goes back to help feed Palestinians, and I can share if anyone wants to donate anything to help Palestinians. The organization that I really trust is called Islamic Relief Fund. And when you go to their website, so it's a bunch of Muslims who really are helping Muslim countries all over the world, and even non-Muslim. It's just a Muslim thing to do, just like a good Christian does good deeds, good Muslims do good deeds, good Jews do good deeds, good people do good deeds. And be careful, because there's a lot of scams as well, a lot of not-for-profits that are milking what's happening for their own selfish reasons, and they don't really care, or they like pocket a huge percentage of it. But Islamic Relief Fund is a really good resource. So whatever you guys are investing, when I have music coming out, or joining our groups, or joining any payment, sometimes there's donations for these events, like just know that a percentage is going back. And we're going to do a whole summit like this for Palestine soon as well. Let me know in the comments if you like that. It's no longer like a Palestinian thing. It's like a humanity thing. Yeah. So 1, 2, 3, completely emerged from the state, feeling fully grounded, fully present. And just let us know, how was that experience for you? What stuck out for you? Anything you want to share with us? Amazing. I like this. You want to say love, right? Thanks, Laurel. You did a great job. So happy to be a part of this powerful healing. Thanks, Lisa. I'm so glad you're here. Juan Mati, thank you so much. I appreciate this. You're very welcome. Hey, Marley, good to have you here. No, Marley, you can catch the replay. And also, if you did space out, that's perfectly okay. In fact, every time I do something like that, the number one feedback we get is people say that they're spacing out. So it's perfectly okay. Yeah, it's totally fine if you guys fell asleep. Totally cool. That's part of the journey. It means your conscious mind was so completely out of the way that your infinite self was in full control, which is great. So welcome. Okay, next, if you guys don't have so we're just gonna answer a few questions on the, the replay will be available. Okay, let me share my screen and go through this with you guys. Okay. All right, so you're welcome to open up your PDF that we sent, and we can go through it together. All right, section 1, ignite your inner fire. I'd like for you guys to journal, and I'm gonna do this as well. Journal what makes you feel alive and magnetic. Wonder if I can play music in the background, but I don't want it to be distracting. It's okay. What makes you come alive and feel magnetic? Feel free to write that down in the comments or in your notes. Okay. When do you feel most like a leader or an influencer? And whatever you miss out now, you can write later. What lights you up that you're currently hiding from the world? And what part of your healing gift or your gift do you know you're meant to share even more? How are we doing with these questions, guys? And if I fully allowed myself to be seen, what would I say or create today? And finally, what am I afraid people will judge about me that's actually my greatest gift? Hmm. And place your hand on your heart. We're activating the infinity healing. So download these affirmations and just repeat out loud. I am a divine leader. I am born to shine. My light heals the world. It is safe to be seen. I share my gifts and abilities to the fullest. I'm compensated for my gifts. All my needs are met. I enjoy sharing my gifts and talents with the world. So I'm getting these like, when you guys ask to be in the video on IG, how does that work? I don't know why I'm reluctant to do that. Why can't, I'm not sure, Brandon, can you type in the chat? What's the difference between watching it like this and joining it in video? Okay, next. What platforms do I truly enjoy expressing myself on? So this is like writing, video, speaking, writing blogs, or newsletters, or books, or posts, or is it through video? Like for me, I do so much better just hitting the record button and letting the words come out versus writing them out. Right? Or speaking. So audio, video, writing, through art. And then I would say platforms. Which platforms do you feel are best for you? So right now we're on Instagram, we're on Facebook and YouTube. And if this thing let us go on TikTok, would be on TikTok, it could be on LinkedIn. But where are the platforms that you, did I say YouTube? That you would, so for me, the mindset I teach my students is go where your soul clients are gathered in large numbers. So I don't need to like TikTok, but I can use TikTok to reach more people. I don't need to like Facebook, but I can use Facebook to reach more people. And the intention I have is if people are scrolling, let's say all this mindless stuff, right? I would like my post to be one post that just beams into their lives, consciousness, truth, empowerment, and infinity healing activation, right? So it's like blah, blah, blah. Oh, would you like an infinity healing? Click like to activate, and then like, and they get this activation. Like you can literally go through my social media content and just like, and I set the intention every time someone likes and comments yes that they get a distance infinity healing activation for whatever that post is about. So feel free to do that with your social media. Let it, every song that I put out, I've got 5 albums under Indigo Prophet. Every song, almost every album has a silent infinity healing activation in it. So we're in the age of Aquarius. Part of that is technology. Use technology to your advantage. What message have I been holding back that wants to come through now? So funny because a lot of the answers for me have to do with this next event I'm going to be doing called. I'm just curious, since you guys are all here and you've committed, it's been over an hour. If I was to do an event, and this event I'm going to share information that I feel I've been researching for 25 years, asking the question, what's happening on our planet? How do we get here? What happens when we die? What happened before we came here? What are the dark forces? How are they how are they tricking us and manipulating us? And how do we break free from all of that? If I was to answer those questions, would you guys want to be a part of the next summit where I invite experts and share information about that? Just comment yes if that's something you might be interested in. I mean, it's weird to ask, are you interested in knowing why we're here? Yeah, okay, thanks, Lindsay. Why are you here? What happens when we die? What happened before we got here? Okay. Thank you. Okay, good to know. I don't know why, it's funny because like in the question, it's like, what are you holding back? I'm holding myself back from sharing this information. Yesterday, I started recording a Zoom video, and I shared all the movie clips that show what I feel is the thing I'm hiding from sharing with you guys. And I showed it in all these movies. And then today I went onto Zoom to find that video so I can upload it. I'll only be able to upload it on my Rumble channel. So Rumble is like what, if you want to find the truth, you'll find it on Rumble. You won't find it on YouTube. Okay, Lisa, thank you. Thanks, Lindsay. So because it's, we're sharing a whole bunch of movie scenes, so I'll be sharing it on my Rumble. Make sure you subscribe to targetbeat.com. Otherwise, I might do a post that lets you guys know that that Rumble video is now available and how to find my Rumble channel. And it's called Truth in Movies, and I'm going to be sharing all the movies that I actually share. Yeah, Mars, you'd be into that? Okay. Okay. What message I've been holding back that wants to come through now? And where have I been dimming my light to stay safe or accepted? Oh, thanks, Christy. You got it. Yeah, Scotty's like, oh, I'm all about that. Okay, we'll do it. And I'm curious to know how many people here heard of the theory called the soul recycling theory? Like the false light. Anyone know about that? I think it's the most important information and I've been researching heavily for the last 15 years. I'm in. I love it. Okay, great. Are you guys finding these questions helpful? What would I post or share or create if I knew hundreds of thousands of people would celebrate it? Okay, great. I'm glad you don't know it because it's important. Okay. And yeah, you say yes. Great. Yes. Forgot the question. You have heard of it. Okay, great. Yeah, so Banmati, the theory is that this whole reality we're in, so this is like a little snippet of the whole next event. This whole reality that we're in is a false matrix. So it's like a photocopy of the original Earth. And if you watch movies like The Matrix, it talks about it. And these archons, these dark demonic spirits, jinn entities, are masters at deception. And so one thing is they've created this as like a farm for like humanity to be harvested every time we're suffering and struggling and fearing, and they find ways, or having nightmares, they just find ways to siphon all this energy. So in one of the movies that I'm going to share on that Rumble channel, just make sure you're following me on any of my channels so that you can see it right here. If you're following me on StreamYard, if you're on IG, you're already following me, but I'll be sharing. So the movie is called Monsters, Inc. It's an animation for kids, but they literally show you how these monsters suck out our energy. And so the most important part of that is when we die and go to the afterlife, we're visited by beings that are supposedly loved ones or people we believe in as God or prophets or whatever. And they trick us into coming back again and again and again and again. And in some Eastern religions, that's known as karma. So that's already built into those people's way of believing. And so a lot of things that we follow have been, it's been tweaked. Like they took the original truths of religions and they found ways to just like tweak it enough that it serves these archonic demonic beings, so they keep us coming back over and over. So don't believe me about this. I just know for 25 years this is where the truth is taking me. But what I'll do is a past life regression, so that imagine a group of 100 people, 500 people, 1,000 people on this call, and we all do a past life regression to what happened before, and we can all write down in the chat what we've experienced in these past lives, so we can learn what happened before. Was there some trickery? Was there manipulation? What did we agree to? What contracts we signed up for? How do we give our power away? How do we take it back? Like, these are very important questions. And how do we stop this from happening? If it is true that we've been manipulated come over and over again, and I'm literally watching 40 hours worth of people who have spent hours and hours of researching near-death experiences. So it's like 40 hours of this information of people who have shared near-death experiences, and I'm gathering all this information to share these conclusions. Exactly, like reincarnation, human slavery, exactly. Okay, great. Thanks, Lindsay. You're finding the questions helpful. Truth doc. What do you mean for truth documentaries, Scotty? What do you mean by that? Totally helpful. You're very welcome, Laurel. Okay, so that's the gist of it. Great. Next. So the challenge, I challenge anyone, this is the challenge, is to go online and create that content, that video that you've been holding yourself back from doing, whether it's you singing, whether it's you dancing, whether it's you sharing a piece of information that you're worried people are going to think you're crazy. Like, I'm resisting doing this soul recycling stuff. So now I'm committing to doing the video where I share all the truth in movies, and I'm committing to doing a whole event dedicated to this topic. Thank you, guys. Sometimes it's okay to get that little nudge from your tribe, just that little gentle nudge. And what are you committing to doing? Where's your edge? Where's that part where you're like, I'm comfortable here, that's a little uncomfortable for me? What would that be for you? Yeah, journey of the souls. So, so the tricky thing is, a lot of people who have recalled their past lives, you can look at it from two dimensions. One dimension is we're getting the information. They saw a beautiful light, and they saw beautiful light beings. So that could be the deception. They still didn't realize that was a deception, and these are false beings of light. Or you can look at it from this new perspective, or a different perspective. That's all manipulation to trap you to keep coming back. Right? So it's all in perspective, right? From one perspective, the false beings of light say, they guilt trip you and say, you need to go back and clear your karma. You need to go back and help humanity. It's not your time to leave. You need to go back. What about the loved ones you left behind? And then you come back. And but you fell for the trap. Another perspective from a lot of the books that are out there is, you're a starseed, and your mission is to raise the frequency of planet Earth, and you need to go back to Earth to help save humanity, And so you're like, okay, I will go back and save humanity. So one perspective, it's like, fuck, I fell for that lie, I fell for that trap, and they got me, they suckered me. And the other perspective is like, yes, I'm here to learn my lessons. I'm here to clear the karma. I'm here to help humanity. And that could be the deception, is my point. David Icke has talked about the false light. Yeah, for sure. Okay, I'm glad that's new for you, and I can't wait to share that information with you. Go create your magic, Lindsay. Okay. That's a challenge. Let's conclude with a few activations. Here we go. So place your hand on your heart. And would you like an infinity healing to be bold? If you'd like that, just say yes. Would you like an infinity healing to get yourself out there? Would you like an infinity healing for being seen in your fullness? Would you like an infinity healing for heart-centered empowerment? Would you like an infinity healing to be in alignment with your leadership? Would you like an infinity healing to express your divine creativity? Would you like an infinity healing to share these activations with planet Earth? All beings in all space-time dimensions now and forever. Would you like an infinity healing to activate your infinite liberation, freedom, sovereignty, and empowerment on all levels? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So it is for us, for our ancestors, for all the future generations, for the collective. And so it is. All right, guys, before I conclude, let me know, what was your biggest takeaway so far? And again, a reminder, if anyone on this call is needing some support, healing something, getting mentored by me, so healing, whether it's relationships, money, health, career, whether it's to manifest something, whether you're desiring to get mentored by me and a group of other amazing healers to hit your goal of 10K, 100K per month, whatever your goal is, whether you're desiring to become another one of our infinity healers, if you're desiring to become an infinity healer or want to train others in becoming infinity healers, click on that link, targettv.com/breakthrough. I wonder if I can edit it here. Yeah, there we go. targettv.com/breakthrough. Oh, yeah. Should be on my screen now. Okay, awesome. The journal was helpful. The workbook, journal, and your infinity healings were the biggest takeaways for me. Excellent. So and your home plate would be the challenge and all of session 3 to do on your own. Thanks, Marley. Glad you like the workbook. Okay, you see it right there, targettv.com/breakthrough. If you want to hop on a call with me, I can scan your energy, let you know where your biggest block is, and then if there's any support you're needing, we can talk about that. This has been a wonderfully encouraging and great information of subjects close to my heart. Thank you. And so it is. You're very welcome, Christy. You're very welcome, Banmati. This was so powerful. Thank you. You're very welcome, Lisa. I'm down if you want to message me it. I can't message you directly, but I put it in this chat and I put it on the screen. Lindsay, learning about the key line, the ley lines and how it affects us, all the infinity healings and the workbook questions. Great. Thanks, guys. Honestly, this has been like the most engaging event I've done in a while. I've been a little discouraged to do events because of the low attendance we've had in the past. And something really special about today's call is, you know, we've had a bigger attendance and more engagement, and I feel more encouraged to keep this going. So thank you all so much. Scotty, thank you so much, Tarek, and your dream team. A lot more focused now on the mission. Yeah, amazing. Scotty, we'd love to have you in our inner circle anytime if you decide to join. Okay, let me share with you guys some of those options. So thank you so much. Always enjoy your energy, Rosemary. Thanks, Rosemary. Appreciate you being here. More than 10 years following. Yeah, to the OG followers. Amazing. Oh, so honored. 8/9 special day. Okay, so I'll share my screen and share. Okay, here's a link. If you guys just wanna, so this is what you can expect if we work together. I'll just share literally the last 5 testimonials I've received, if that's okay with you guys. So in the last, I would say maybe 2 months, these are the latest things that I've heard from my people that I work with. And then we'll conclude with the manifestation process. Did I overdo it? Probably did. So here we go. Katya did one of those 15-minute breakthroughs, and we came together. We got together and we created a way for her to leave the job that she's no longer aligned with, and to fully align with her dream job where she can make 10K per month. And she was surprised at how easy it was for her to create a 10K per month formula for her to do what she loves from home. Yvette has shared with us how after receiving infinity healings, how when she added up all the money miracles, they were around 35,000 US. And she just told me yesterday that she signed up a whole bunch of new packages for her beauty clinic or health beauty clinic, I think is what it is. And then we had another client that I work with who shared recently she got like, I think 6 months worth of free leasing for her new business. So she doesn't have to pay till, and it gives her 6 months to have it all set up. So I don't know what that would be like. Let's say minimum 6,000, if not 12,000 US. Ramchandra shared how you might be on this call, brother, but how business was kind of not flowing as much, and then one of the businesses got a $10,000 in business sales. Fahad, similar. Fahad generated 50,000 in future business. And then we had another client who had some stuckness in his car sales business and real estate. And then after a few infinity healings, he's able to break out of that. And the house is being rented after a long, long time of nothing happening with it. And the car, same thing. He's had like extra cars that he was trying to sell. And for a long time, nothing was happening. And then he sold them. We need to get a specific number, but that's thousands of dollars. So if you are wanting to receive high-level support, Candil, good to see you, brother. We never connected. I think I was trying to message you on Facebook. Yeah, Lisa, so the link is tarkbeauty.com/breakthrough. That's the best way to start to reach me. tarkbeauty.com/breakthrough. It's a form and it links to my calendar. So Lisa, definitely feel free to do that. Okay. And options, right, before I forget, here we go, share screen or allow StreamYard options, let's see. And the options are here. So these are the options we have if you're interested in getting more support. Okay, and I'll put this link in the comments. And if you're not sure how to get it, just email support@tarkbeauty.com. And here we go. It should be this one here. Okay, here we go. You guys still with me? Share screen. Nope, not extra camera. Nope. What's going on? Here we go. Share screen. StreamYard. Okay, here we go. So these are the few options. You've got the gold package, which is me and you working together, doing one-on-ones every 2 weeks, and we send you guys healing audio programs, and I give you my WhatsApp, and we voice note each other. Normally that's 3,000, but here I think you guys get it for, and usually it's one of my Infinity Healings doing the sessions, but here you get it for only 2,222 if you sign up today. It'll be myself doing those one-on-ones with you. The other option is join us for the mentorship. So if you're like serious about your business, you're serious about making 10K per month or beyond, attracting soul clients, double or tripling your income, working half the time. This is a whole business container where it'll be me and you and a group of people. Twice every 2 weeks we hop on a group call, and the value we put close to 10,000, you can get it for 5,555, and you can book right here. And you can hear our first client made 72,000 after the second session, 58,000 after the first. Jillian, I think she's 25 at the time, had a herbology business. During the 6 months was averaging 6,000 per month. Our amazing client here does Akashic record reading and muscle testing. And before she finished the 6 months together, she had two $5,000 packages booked. And then she had another 2 for the month after. So she had 10,000 on her last month with us and another 10,000 after only, she said after only 2 months, sorry. Amazing. And these are all the modules. Jennifer's worked half the time, doubling her income. Felisa went from doing face paintings for $50 to having murals worth thousands of dollars at like bowling alleys. Amanda, within 2 weeks of joining us, manifested $20,000. Lindsay, who's on this call, sold her first, so she created a 10K package and sold it within our container. Licia tripled her income. She had 15K several months in a row. Hillary, after a chat, had a $12,000 launch. So things you can expect. That's more on the mentor side. It's where I give most of my energy to this group. So that's the Infinitely Abundant Healer program. If you're interested in becoming an Infinity Healer, you can learn about it here. So you can take the Infinity Healing anytime you want, 2 days. We just have someone complete the two-day course. I hop on a call with you, do the healing on me, I give you feedback. We send you 2 other people to practice on, and she just graduated, and then now she's doing level 2. And then some people are becoming trainers where they train others to be Infinity Healers. So it's a good way to make an extra stream of income because each course you're charging 2,000. So get a group of 5 and that's 10,000. Excuse me. And then the other option is join our inner circle. So the easiest way to get my support if money is really tight. Well, first of all, if money's tight, do what you can to hit those. And all those options I share, there's always a way for me to find a way to make you meet you where you're at with your investments. So inner circle, every month we hop on a group call. There's distance healing every month. There's daily prayer transmissions every month. There's replays from the year before. So you got like 12, 24 replays of our group calls. You get access to all these programs. Manifest Money Miracles on its own is worth $888. So access to a bunch of these programs, powerful YouTube videos, podcasts, my music albums. So whenever I release a new song, most people get the song without the Infinity Healing. But when you are part of the inner circle, you're helping fund me creating new songs. So you get the ones with Infinity Healings. And then replays of events like this. Yeah. And it's only $97, or you can pay for the whole year, $997. So if anyone has any questions about those options, please let me know. Otherwise, we can conclude. Thanks, Lindsay. My AM rituals on YouTube. Yeah. Perfect. So let's all take a deep breath and let go. And I'm actually going to play the video straight from YouTube so that you guys can see. It's in my AM rituals link. If you guys don't have that, just email me at support@tarkview.com or just go to YouTube and type in TarkBB and then go to playlists and click AM rituals. I'll play that exact video. Now it's such an old video, but it's still the same process. So yeah, I'm a lot younger in the video too. Not that I've aged much, to be honest. Okay. Okay, let me know if you guys can hear it. We're going to conclude with this manifestation. So just think of one thing, one thing you'd like to manifest. And what I love about this manifestation process, it also helps every being on our planet manifest what they're desiring. And just before I forget, yes, any questions about those options before I forget? I'm sure I feel intuitively there's some people here who either want to become infinity healers, who want to get mentored by me, who want to join our inner circle. If that's you, just hop on the breakthrough call or just write that you're interested or email us at support@tarkbv.com. Don't let this opportunity, don't wait another 2 months before I do another event for you to get the support. We hear that a lot. We hear people say, I've been on your events for months, and finally they say yes, and then their whole life changes for the better. So let me know if you guys hear this, okay? Let me know if you guys heard that. Just put a yes if you heard it. Lindsay, were you guys able to hear that? And for my IG fam, I think that's it for now. I appreciate you. I love you. Thanks for being with me on this journey. Definitely go to YouTube, type in TarkBB, go to the live section, and you'll see this 8/8 replay there. Feel free to share with your friends. tarkview.com/breakthrough if you want to have a chat. Love you guys, because you're not going to be able to hear the video for the manifestation. Much love. Okay, you guys weren't hearing it, huh? Bummer. Okay, let's just do it live then. Fuck, I just ended the Instagram. What could have happened? Be a part of it. Viewed your video, discard media. Live video ended. Okay. Discard. No, how do I save this video? Live video ended. I don't know what to do with that. Okay, you weren't hearing it? Why is that everything else? I'll try one more time. Let me know if you guys hear this. Right here.
In front of you, a ball of light. And allow Source God Universe to.
Are you guys hearing that part? Real quick, just give me a yes or no. Not hearing it. Let's just do it live. Shall we do it live? Yes, we shall. Okay, so I invite you guys. Oh, some people heard it. Wait, you guys heard it or you didn't? Now it's coming through. Okay, just muffled. Let's not do the muffled version. Okay, perfect. So I want you guys to close your eyes and imagine a big ball of light right in front of you, and infuse into this ball of light the most powerful, potent energy in the universe. Allow Source God Universe to magnify and multiply the energy of this manifestation times 100, times 1,000, times 1,000,000, times 1,000,000,000. And place into this ball of light whatever your heart is desiring. You can place it as an intention, a visualization, an emotion, a feeling. And take a minute to really feel like it's happening right now. And now let this ball of light get bigger and bigger. Let it fill your home, the country you're in, the planet, the universe, and beyond. Let it burst now and bless all beings everywhere to experience all their heart's desires, and let it come back to us 1,000,000,000-fold. Breathe it all in. Ground it in. And just pay attention to what starts to shift in your reality. We did a lot, guys. We talked about soul recycling. We did the coaching questions for getting ourselves out there. Where are we resisting and hiding? We did a bunch of infinity healing activations. We did a whole planetary grid for the whole planet, bringing it back into its divine blueprint and lessening all the war energy and the fear energy and the matrixy traps, and bringing you back into this powerful love and empowerment and freedom energy. We actually visually explored where all these ley lines are. We shared the Leo anthem activation. We just did the manifestation process. So yeah, we did a lot. Good job, guys. Give yourselves a pat on the back. Give yourselves a big hug. Proud of all that you are and all that you do. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, Lindsay, whatever was keeping me down just got casted the fuck out. Love hearing that. Laurel, Money Miracle. I hope you used it for Money Miracles, and let us know how it unfolds in your reality. Love you guys. I will see you soon. Make sure you're following me on all the socials, Tarek BB. And if not, sign up at tarekbb.com for more exclusive content. And I'll see you guys next time for the most important event I'll ever do, which is what I was resisting, where I was hiding, is this next event I'll be doing. So thanks for being part of that journey with me. And now's our time to shine. It's time to be bold. Remember who we are, break cycles, reclaim our sovereignty, and share our truth and our authentic creative expressions. It's our time to shine. I'll see you guys next time. Love you.